Welcome back to A Closer Look. Hope cards are fairly new to our city, but can be helpful in reducing the time on scene for officers responding to incidents of protection order violations. Here to tell us all about the Hope Card project is Bonnie Coffey, clerk of the Chesapeake Juvenile Domestic Relations District Court. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about the Hope Card and why is it called the Hope Card?
So the Hope Card is a program through the Office of Executive Secretaries that you get a little card, just wallet size, that has all the information of the protective order on it. And it's called the Hope Card for us because the other states, Montana, Idaho, Ohio, and one other one I don't remember, they called it the Hope Card. So we wanted to keep everything the same. I'm not sure why it was called that from the beginning, but we kept it the same so that it's recognizable and people from other states would know that we have the same program available. Okay,
and is the Hope Card a substitute for an order of protection?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a substitute, but the protective order comes in a 3-page paper format. The Hope Card is plastic, wallet size that can go in your wallet. It has all the information on it that the protective order has, so you don't have to carry this 3-page paper product with you. You can just have the little card that you can show to the officers.
Now, what information is on the card?
So on the front of the Hope Card, you have all the respondents' information, social security number, hair color, eye color, name, address, that type of thing. And then on the back is the protected parties, as well as what the protective order states. So no hostile contact, no contact at all, can't have contact with children, and the issuing judge and when it expires.
So it's basically if you find yourself in a situation, if you have a protective order against someone and they come near you and you call an officer, you can pull this card out to prove, yes, I have this protective order. Because like you said, most people are not going to carry around 3 pages.
Correct.
So
yes.
So it's condensed for the important information. What are the benefits of the card? Obviously, convenience that we said.
And that is the benefit. The benefit is that you can have it with you at all times. Each individual that's listed on as a protected party on the protective order can get one issued to them. So if it's a parent and 3 children, then you can get one for the parent and each child. So they have it with them at all times as well. And it's smaller. You can go in your wallet, your purse, or whatever, and you don't have this 3-page paper getting torn or
the size of a credit card?
Size of a credit card.
Now, say, like you said, you did have one for the children. Would there be a need to give one to the schools or to file it with the schools, or how does that work?
I think you can let the schools know. I think that you should let the schools know if there's not supposed to be any contact. And you could give them the Hope Card. I would probably give them a copy of the 3-page and not the card itself.
Okay. Now, who qualifies for the Hope Card?
So anyone who has a protective order from the Juvenile Domestic Relations Court, and it has to be a final protective order for 12 months or longer. So if you have a 6-month one, can't get the Hope Card. And it has to involve a family abuse, stalking, sexual assault, that type of thing. So if it's 2 kids at school, one takes out a protective order against the other one because of a fighting issue or something, that doesn't qualify.
Like a neighbor or something.
Doesn't qualify.
It's okay, so it's serious.
Correct. And if you appeal, if the protective order gets appealed to circuit court and circuit court issues a new protective order, that one doesn't qualify. It's only the protective order issued by the JDR court.
Okay. So is there a cost associated with the card, and how is the card funded?
There's no cost for the individuals to get a card. The card is funded, it's a government grant that was given to the Office of Executive Secretary from the Violence Against Women.
Okay. So as far as applying for the card, how does somebody do that?
The best way to apply is to come to the court and speak to victim witness. They have the applications and can help you and discuss with you any questions you may have. They can answer. I do also believe there's an application online, but the best way is to come to the court and fill out the application.
And you already have to have an order that is existing.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Yes.
Now, are police officers familiar with the card? Because I know this is fairly new to the city of Chesapeake.
It is new to the city of Chesapeake. We started it end of June, beginning of July, but prior to starting it, I met with the police officers, in the lieutenant and Vison department, and showed them the card, let them know what we were going to be doing. And so we've already partnered with the Chesapeake Police Department as well as the Chesapeake Sheriff's Office and Victim Witness, so that everybody knows, the police officers and the deputies know what the card looks like.
So they won't be surprised if somebody pulls this card out. They'll be familiar with it and
Correct.
take it serious.
Yes.
Okay.
Each precinct, we gave them posters for each precinct and pamphlets so that the officers are aware of it.
And so we're just trying now to get the word out. So,
yes.
Now, how long are the cards good for once someone gets one?
As long as the protective order is in effect. So generally a protective order can be given up to 2 years.
Okay.
And then it's good for as long as that protective order is in effect or any amendments made to that protective order. If something's changed and you get a new one, you'd have to get a new card.
That's what I was going to ask you. If something does change on that order, you would have to get a new card. What is the turnaround approximately?
A couple of weeks.
Okay.
Once the application's filled out, it's given to myself or my Chief Deputy Clerk, Laura Kaczynski, and it is emailed to Jamie Clemmer at the Office of Executive Secretary, and she processes it and then mails it out to the individuals.
All right, and so basically if you want to get a HOPE card, you can call
Victim Witness, Chesapeake Victim Witness, yes.
Okay.
And there are posters, like I said, at the precincts and the courthouse with the information on it. And they just come to the court and fill it out, and we take care of it from there.
Well, it sounds like a great idea, definitely. But thanks for coming on to talk about it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Well, this October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, you can show your support by painting your ring finger purple and help bring awareness to end domestic violence. And this does it for A Closer Look. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.